Paroda, Padma Bhushan Raj Paroda on board. Sir,
सुनिए धन्यवाद।
आप Raj Paroda ji, namaskar. He is on the way to Jaipur. Dr. Raj
Namaskar.
Paroda, we look forward to listening to you for 5 minutes, sir.
Okay. I would just like to mention that in the national growth, particularly with regard to agriculture, Indian Council of Agriculture Research has played a very significant role from almost deficient in our food production and availability. We have become surplus and now even exporting agriculture products to the level of about 55 billion US dollars per year. Agriculture is still contributing about 17 to 18% to our national GDP, and we expect that in our anticipated 5 trillion economy, 1 trillion will come from agriculture. Agriculture also sustains about 60% of people around it. And if the green revolution would have not taken place, possibly we would have remained still deficient in our food availability. This all happened because of the policy support that we got from the policymakers, whether it was the highest dam, whether it is the longest canal, whether it is the cooperative sector for fertilizer production, whether the National Seed Corporation, and for that matter, the proper acts that were required to be put in place for accelerating the growth of agriculture. So agriculture has really progressed faster, and this all could be possible because of the institutions and the right type of human resource. When I used to ask Dr. Borlaug why similar green revolution is not happening in Africa, then he would always mention that from where do I get policy support that we have in India? From where do I get the institutions and human resource and the progressive farmers of the country? In this respect, India has moved ahead, and after Green Revolution, we are now talking about the sustaining the Green Revolution, and we are producing every year more than 6 million tons of food to meet the requirement of the population of around 15 million people, which we add every year, which is almost one Australia to our population. And we have made progress not only in the area of food crops, now in horticulture. The horticulture production has almost excelled the food production. And we are also having great progress in inland fishery, which was not there before. So from fishery, we are exporting also around 7 to 8 billion US dollars per year. Now, what is required is to strengthen, and we have strengthened our national agriculture research system from one university. Now, in 1960s, now we are having 75 agriculture universities. From almost 50 institutions, now agricultural institutions are around 100 with ICR. 30 were added right when I was in the council. We also have the best gene bank available for conserving our natural resources, particularly the genetic resources, whether of plants, whether of animals, whether of fish, whether of microorganisms. And what do we need now is to reorient our agriculture to make it more efficient and resilient. And for that, we would require still the technologies and scaling of innovations and the role of new science. And in that respect, I do see that we have great future for Indian agriculture. What we require is to just have some policy reorientations, like in place of subsidies, we have to go in for incentives. So to incentivize for good agronomic practices, and also go in for those practices which can help for carbon sequestration and even for carbon trading to our smallholder farmers, and to take care of the challenges that we have through the climate change and also the challenge of meeting the sustainable development goal, that is no poverty and zero hunger by 2030, which seem to be bit now difficult target, but hopefully even UN is revising it. Maybe in another 10 years we'll be able to achieve that. So these are some comments that I would like to make at this stage, and thank you, Goenka ji, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Padma Bhushan Raj Paroda ji. Somebody